All right, welcome everybody to our Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies Challenge. Um, my name's Shawn. We've got Elisha and Luke's here on as well. Before we get started, I just want to remind us of something that kind of popped through in our last meeting. Um, we're here for progress and not perfection. We're trying to move forward with our goals and keep hitting those things. So, for what we're up to, it's about showing up. It's about being honest about what's working and what's not, and then staying connected with each other as we're going. Because if motivation dips, we should reach out and try and get ourselves keep going. I know mine dipped a little this week. I missed one day, and I was at the point with all the snow and all the nonsense in the zoo of just saying, "I'm done. Give me my pop." But in all, all seriousness, these weekly meetups matter because they actually give us some space to slow down, to reflect, to reset, get back on track, or stay on track and maybe add a little bit to it. So it's not really a performance check, it's more of a support check. That being said, we may have a guest hop on in a little bit if we can get that going. Um, all right, let's get started. We'll probably do what we did last time, a little round robin. Luke, I'm going to get you to start. So what's been harder than expected in your day-to-day routine this past week?
100%. It's consistency. For me, it feels like I just haven't even got started. For every day, I focus entirely on structure and everything. Oh yeah, that's going to work. That's perfect, and I can just do this without the structure. I can't. Something I've learned. If I'm going to do something, it's got to be laid out for me. Uh, put this, give me, I guess, the complete power and the strength to go figure this out on my own without any help. It doesn't work. Um, but between arguing and figuring out this house and all these different things, I really have to, instead of like, okay, I'm ready to do this right away on day one, to really like dial it back. Okay, give myself, things I can expect to accomplish, not like, oh my God, I really have to work hard. I hope I accomplish. I got to really change my mindset going forward and realize again, similar to Caddy and what I did with the Road to Resilience Initiative, this isn't a race. This is a marathon, and to really dial it back, slow down, and do this smart, not as stupid as I've been doing it.
Nice. How about you, Dish? What was harder than you expected it to be?
Um, it was like overall it was a decent week. I mean, I wasn't gonna go. Mike and Ryan went away to for soccer this weekend, and I wasn't gonna go with them, but I ended up joining them. So I think for me, just like being on the road, so making sure that I had a plan on the road. So like what I was gonna check out the hotel ahead of time. So I think like that threw me for a little bit of a loop, but then I just rallied and figured out what I needed to do and how I was gonna achieve kind of what I set out to achieve. So it wasn't like a terrible week. I think I tried to stay on top of things pretty good. So I don't think there was too many hurdles or setbacks this week, but they're certainly there, right? Motivation can be tricky and sometimes you just want to sit on the couch and watch football all day, but you got to get your ass in gear and you got to get that walk done or you have to get the workout done that you committed to. So yeah, it was a good week. I can't complain much.
That's good to hear.
Awesome. Um, I made it a priority to cut out the sugars this week, and I don't know. I've been through it before, but they call it the sugar flu. When you get off it, the withdrawal, it's awful. For me, it's mostly headaches and the craving. And then I thought, okay, 2 days of this, life will get better, things will be all right. And then I come across a podcast, and the lady's a professional, and she's like, "It takes 4 weeks for that addiction to leave." I got miserable thinking, "Oh, when's this craving gonna stop?" And so for me, you think you've got the willpower to just push through some things, and it feels like it's dragging you back in. And funny enough, I thought the workouts were going to get harder. Uh, like my comments on the first week of getting in, I thought, oh, I've picked something that's going to actually destroy me. I should have went with the weights, and they're actually getting easier. Uh, I can't explain it. The enduring part's a bit tough, but the movements and getting through are, I guess, working. So
That's awesome.
I'll take that with the withdrawal from sugar, I guess, as a, as a positive.
Well, that's what
Uh,
they say. The sugar is the hardest thing to kick. It's the first addiction. You're addicted to it before you're even 1 year old.
Mhm.
That's what you're getting. And you've been getting sugar, and that's all you know. You take that away, like, come on now.
That's tough.
I
Especially right
know.
after all the Christmas
we're the
baking and
same.
pop and jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just go to complete. Let's instead of weaning off, let's just go right. Let's just jump off the cliff. My brother Luke will be with me, holding my hand.
yeah. Help me.
Oh no, I'm baby stepping this one right through until the end of February, and then we're going balls to the wall. But no, I just like you said, like he's just like this is gonna be fine. 2 days, I'll power through it. We always forget we're a year older too.
Yeah,
Hey, so
it
Luke, with
was a bit tough. That
your
was
consistency
tricky.
struggles, like what are you gonna do this week to try and sort through that? Like, are you just gonna pick one thing to focus on instead of like your little
Yeah, I got
things?
kind of lucky that way because I have a helper now, and we're not leaving the upstairs until it's completely renovated. So I'm hiding behind a completely structured rest of my week, and it's going to be great to be able to focus clearly on that. But coming out of this week, when everything's said and done, okay, well, there's not an upstairs to a house to renovate next week after. So let's figure out how to do this properly. But for this week, I'm just going to focus on staying here and committing to the tasks that I put forward. And once I complete those tasks, and then just kind of follow through with some of the healthier choices at nighttime.
Cool. We'll
Nice,
shoot you some texts and
nice.
check in this week.
Yeah, love it.
The beauty of that structure is it's like a checklist. You could just get up and as you check them off. You don't have to think no more. You don't have to make a decision. You just get up and say, okay, here we go. A, B, C, done, done.
Thing, like when the world took me away from mom, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was 18 years old, and men went to war when they were 16. Well, I wasn't. I was 18 years old, and everybody thought I was coming back home a week later. You know what I mean? Like they were just tossed out into the world. But what worked for me, and what I only thing I knew when I realized that life, this is life, and this is what an adult does in life, is here's your structure, because that's what the military gave you. Okay, you're here. If you're not, you're in trouble. Okay, then you just show up. Okay, well, I can be successful if I follow a structured life. So when you leave that military lifestyle, and that's how you learn to be an adult, why switch that up? It doesn't make sense in my head. It's like, oh no, I'm just gonna grow my hair long. I don't want to grow my hair long. I hate it's not even that long right now. And I hate it. It's like, oh my God, shave it off, shave your face. What is wrong with you? And it's just a feeling. And then if that's what my adult body has been transformed into, well, then might as well go with it, right? You know what I mean? Why you know what I mean? Why piss uphill into the wind? There's no point. Run halfway up the hill and turn around and piss the other way. It's just the way it's easier, and it's what you know, and that's the way we should do things. So I really have to really focus on that. That's what I have to get into. But that season rolls around. It's just not like a 9 to 5 job. This is I don't know what's happening or who's showing up today or where I'm going to end up or what I'm going to be asked me or all these other differences. I got to be prepared for these things
Mhm.
going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as easy it is in this winter months, sure I can get into a structured life and every day I do this and blah 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 blah. Well, the real world's not going to say, oh, by the way, Luke changed his life and he's a really structured guy. So let's make sure when we meet Luke for the first time, we're just going to be structured along with him. That's not going to happen. We got to be a realist. So I have to be prepared on when I take on the real world. I'm going to call like May 8th when that season kicks off again. And you got to be ready for anything. I have to be ready, not just to be, how am I going to attack this on May 8th? I got to be ready way before May 8th.
Let's bounce to the next question. The topics of it's, we were talking about what was harder than we expected in the day to day. If something slipped this week, where did it actually start to happen? So we'll go to Dish first.
Um, well, I would say on the weekend because it's like I said, been wrapping up the season, so definitely easy to get stuck in those sitting on the couch, have a few drinks, watching the game. So slip up in terms of like your nutrition sometimes can be pretty easy when you get back into like old habits, right? So I'd say that's kind of what was a little bit tricky this weekend. But otherwise, like, it was
You'll get.
okay. So I'd
Oh,
say no,
sorry.
no, you're good. Just yeah, like more the nutrition piece. Sunday for sure. Saturday, Sunday. We're
Yeah, it's
flowing.
not hard to slip into your old habit.
Yeah.
You're so used to
Yeah.
it. It's like putting on a comfy sweater or something. So,
Yeah, for sure. How about you?
how about you?
For me, 100% was telling myself, okay, I'm into week 2 now. Let's go have, I gotta have a couple beer because I gotta have a couple beer. If I'm gonna be with my golfers, I'm already thinking about May and not even just trying not to. And then 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4. Well, it was only supposed to be 1. And like it's just it's just not there yet where it's just when you get to a point it's like, okay, let's take off. I'll get you one more fast one, one more fast one, more fast one, more fast one. I've been having one more fast one for too many years now in a row. That I just have to remove myself from that situation until I can get to a point where I'm like, no. It's sad to say, but I'm like, oh yeah, sure. No, there's no coming out of my mouth right now. Uh, and by jumping right back into that situation, was the wrong call. Like, yes, I had the distraction this week, but the week after, hey, guess what's right around the corner? I don't care. You said the F word a few times in this meeting, Dish. The Super Bowl's right
Yeah.
there. Now what? Now what? You know what I mean? Got to be ready for that night, right? You don't want to just sit in your house and watch it on your phone. On oh, there's an update. There's an update. It's the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl, right? You got to probably find yourself somewhere. And you're gonna have to be able to make those correct choices. But again, she's right around the corner.
Not that there's many teams I want to watch play in the Super Bowl that are left, but whatever.
Oh, I supposed to Sam Darnold win and just say, you know what? He was a Viking once. Shit.
How about you, Shawn? What's your
Nice.
week been? What's been the struggle?
The slip. You know what it is? It's like you guys are saying. There's just that one off, right? You have that slide, and then you kind of go. It's okay. I've been 3 weeks in. I'll treat that as a rest day. That's how I convinced myself. I just started having fun doing some other things, and I didn't prioritize it right. And then before you know it, it's getting later, and you're like, if I do this workout now, um, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna fall asleep till 1 or 2 in the morning, and that's not good because my body always wakes up at 5 or 6 in the morning. So I just sort of justified everything in my head. And I listened to a really cool podcast by one of my friends today, and he talked about decision fatigue and non-negotiables. And he said, when you're fresh and you're ready, it's easy to make a lot of decisions. And as you get tired, it's harder and harder and harder. And you sometimes make the wrong decision. And then he said he has some non-negotiables, and he's learned that from different mentors and coaches. And he's like, there are certain things in your life that you should say are non-negotiable. So I do not do this, or I will do this on a regular basis. And for him, he outlined his day and his morning. I thought, you know what? If if what it takes is getting up 20, 30 minutes earlier to do the non-negotiable fitness routine, well, then I've got the rest of my day to not have to worry about it. And if I want to play or do something sideways, I can. And then I don't have to try and justify to myself why I missed it. So um, that was the slippery slope. I caught myself the next day and was like, I have to do it right away. And I did. I got up early. So now the trick is trying to get up a bit earlier, which I don't want to do, um, to get these things going. And hopefully it pays off.
The problem with us Canadians is we always start things on January 1st and we forget that we live in Canada and we forget that January through till June sucks. The weather's awful, it's a depressant, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to power through this. We should start everything on June 1st, okay? Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Challenge, Part 2, kicking off June 1st. Stay tuned. More to follow.
Might be harder. Be too much time at the beach or camp or something.
No, I just,
Shawn, have you thought about like what your non-negotiables are going to be?
After listening to the podcast, yeah, I did. I started thinking he has a rule called the golden hour. And for his business, he gets up and the very first thing he's kind of funny. I go to the bathroom, I get a glass of water, 1 hour, I sit in front of my laptop and all I do is type. So he does blogs, his podcast, and he's moved on from coaching in a gym to helping other gyms flourish. And he's become a kind of a mentor that way. That's his hour. And he says you have to work on your business, not in your business. The two are different. So for me, I said, okay, well, I definitely want the fitness one to be a non-negotiable. And that encompasses the workout program and the nutrition program. So my next step will be adding in or taking out, I guess, really like the pastas and breads, which sucks because nothing better than eggs on toast. Or if you're having chicken or steak, some pasta on the side is always good. So that's one of the non-negotiables. I know I've got a podcast and a side financial business, and I've got to sort of start to do. I need to do the things that make those things work and stop wasting time binge watching something or playing a game or whatever. So the first non-negotiable is the fitness one. I have to kind of write out what the other ones would be once I determine path, but it's probably going to be staying consistent on making the podcasts and reaching out and then doing the same thing for the financial thing.
Nice.
I can pass those questions back to you guys, or do you want time to think of a non-negotiable for next week?
I work on non-negotiables. Like, I have a friend that I'm working with, Cindy. She's kind of coaching me right now, and she always like, she talks about non-negotiables as well. So for me, it's like a non-negotiable is like a minimum of 30 minutes of body movement. So it could be a walk, it could be yoga, it could be my weightlifting, it could be whatever it is, but like something has to happen. And it has to be a minimum of 30 minutes. And I really focus on my water, and I make sure that I have protein and fiber at every meal. So those are like my 3
Nice.
non-negotiables right now. Yeah, it's been really helpful actually.
It is
Yeah.
life-changing.
So Luke, you gonna think about it and come up with some non-negotiables for yourself for next week, or would
So what, this week that we're in right now?
you don't have to, like, yeah, you don't have to give us an answer right now. You could think about it if you want, but you should hold yourself accountable with like one non-negotiable a week.
Non-negotiable this week is completely finishing that upstairs. It's just something I just have to do, even though it doesn't have to be ready till May 1st when the first caddy gets here. This is what I'm gonna task. This is what I said I'm gonna do. Just go up there and do it and get it the hell out of the way, and then worry about how you're gonna get to the Super Bowl part of it. But the non-negotiable, especially going forward for this week, is definitely going to be completing that task that I put forth in front of me.
Right on.
It's a
That'll
day's
do
worth
it.
of work. I'm breaking it up into 6. Come
Nice.
on, I'm 40 something years old now. What year is 2026? I got to be either 45 or 46.
Awesome.
All right, so we are. What's
I
that?
just said awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one, it's kind of a good question. I like these things Mark comes up with for us. Mind-body connection. Did you notice any connection between your physical habits and your mental state this week? I guess I'll go first. Yes. If I put the workout off later, you know what? When I put it off later, I found I had a little more energy in the evening, which was kind of neat. By later, I mean I was doing it around 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then I also found if I did it in the morning, I had the energy I needed as well. But then I felt tired and was able to sleep a little better. But for that mind, body, or mental state, I would say something I've discovered, especially with the PTSD, is how small things feel like really big emergency things, and your brain and body are just in this complete self-defense mode and trying to prep, and you're like a monkey in a tree jumping branch to branch to branch to branch to branch, trying to find some fruit, but you're not even in a fruit tree. So you just keep hopping through all these branches, but you come right, it's a big loop. So I found that if I can find something that helps me focus on that thing, then there's no room in my mind for those thoughts to be jumping
Hmm.
around. So the nice thing about the animal flow is because I can see the camera on the computer, no, the video on the computer, the camera's on me. I can see the form, and now I have to like consciously work on getting the neutral spine and not be humped over, or the placement of my hands, my feet for certain movements, so that you can do it right and not get hurt. So I find that having to concentrate while working out helps my mental state.
That's awesome.
That's what I've noticed. Yeah. How about you, Luke?
Me, 100%. Like, it's when I went off script, go off script, and then I'm in town having drinks, like, and we're in an argument, screaming and yelling, fighting with Tanya. You know what I mean? For no reason. It's the stupidest thing. Like, I can't even remember what the hell we were fighting about. Like, so, I got to turn my phone off and just shut off the entire world for the entire day or like night. And it just went from 0 to 100, and it's just like you gave up the structure, you gave up the plan, you just winged it, and look what happened to you. So it was just, it's a lesson it's not a lesson. It's a reminder because I know exactly, um, that's going to happen when you make just poor decisions. Uh, I didn't invent piss poor decisions, but I made them famous. So I do realize those things, and it's just things you're just going to work on, right? There's no turning back any clocks. If there was, you know what I mean? Like everybody says, if we are, I wouldn't be on this podcast right now if we could turn back time. But this is what life has given us and what is dealt us, and we're just going to figure our way through it.
Yep.
Sure. Dish?
I think for me, probably like the best thing that I really noticed this week is, I mean, I wasn't like excited to do my workouts most of the days, but once I got started, like I can't believe how much it clears the cobwebs out. Like it's just like you could be like in a sluggish mood, you could be in a grumpy mood, you could be in a tired mood. Like it doesn't matter what's going on. Once you get started and you're in it, and once you finish, like you don't regret it. You always feel so much better. Like it's unbelievable what body movement does for your mind. It's awesome.
Yeah, because being depressed is laying there saying, "Should I?
Yeah.
Should I?" And if you just get up and you're going through it and you're not even giving 100%, you still did it. You know what I mean? But if you laid there, that'll stick with you.
Yeah.
That's just gonna that'll hang over your head. No, no, there's no getting it back, man. Just go stumble through it. Go get it.
Yeah.
If it's nothing,
There was the
something, whatever. It's better than nothing.
Yeah. I noticed
there's
as
a
the week went
cool
on,
quote there.
I was able to just be like, you're gonna feel better when you finish this. So just get it started. And then yeah, you do, and you feel so much better and you don't regret it. So yeah.
Denzel Washington's got a cool quote. What is it? I'll do the things today others won't, so that tomorrow I can do what others can't. And I'm like, yeah, if I get out, right, Luke? If I get up and do it, I'm gonna feel
Mhm.
better, just like this was saying. And you do. It's a
Well, that's
funny
what
thing,
and
and
then
we all know that.
you gotta find that thing to lean on too. Like we had there in the podcast for your channel there on YouTube. Like I said I had Granny on one shoulder, Mum on the other. Granny was the one who helped me get up. When Mum was
Come
making
on.
sure I got up. And
Yes,
I
sir.
kept moving because when Granny just said it's okay, take time for yourself, and then I look over at Mum, no, get your ass up. Okay, up, Mum, I'm going. If that's the muse you need, or like you said, like if you just need something. And I mean, and if it's that motivational video in the morning, whatever, like that song, that poem, who knows? Maybe you look in the mirror and wink at yourself 3 times. I don't know. Whatever it is going to get you up and going. Especially like right off in the beginning. That's very always lean on that. And I'm trying to find it myself. When I find it, watch out.
So the next question is about energy, sleep, stress, and focus. Which one stood out the most this week? Dish.
Oh, sleep. I've slept like shit all week. So I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but I have not been sleeping, and it totally affects every aspect of your life. It affects your focus, it affects your mood, it affects everything. So like it's crazy how important sleep is, and when you don't get it, it really impacts you. So I'm gonna say this week sleep was not awesome for me.
Lukey?
Stress.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's a lot of stuff going on. Um, like behind the scenes, it's just like like you know when you're wishing, man, I wish there was nothing going on. And it just seems every day that there's something going on. And maybe I really have to look at what I put on my plate. And you know what I mean? If it's like, oh, what am I going to do for those 2 days? And there's going to be nothing to do. Maybe don't do nothing. When you can't find those 2 days, need. You know what I mean? And it was just a stress of just this, run here. Oh, this. Oh, bop. I was just like, my God. But I found that's the thing. And then, thank God for the medical marijuana. I love it. I swear by it because it knocks me down at night. Like, like I don't know what I'm gonna do in the summer because it's like I'm way past my bedtime right now, and it's like 8 o'clock. I'm rubbing my hands together and going crawling to bed, and my book and going I'm going to bed. You know what I mean? And I can't do that. How many old caddy until 10 at night? Really dial that back. But yeah, sleep's not an issue now that I load up on that stuff to get me. How about that? For sure.
Lights out.
But
And
yeah, but
some.
just the stress, the self-induced. It's self-induced stress too. That's what it is. It's self-induced stress. It's not like, oh, that came out of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
self-induced stress that I really have to dial back.
I think sometimes I might be the same, but for me, it was sleep and stress, and it might be the same as Luke. The self-inducement, it's almost like a way to avoid, I don't know, the issue. Because like you want to take some time, and then the problem I find with time and nothing to do is that your brain starts to look for problems. And like, I don't need to find problems. So then it goes into solution mode, and then you're just always on the go, and you tell yourself, I need that. Like I even said, I need to take a day, and I was telling back this weekend, I'm not doing nothing. Well, we still went and saw a basketball game, and we did some other things, and then everything else that floats in between there. And it's like, I almost felt bad not doing things. And it's, you really don't want to end up feeling that way. So, and sleep's been goofy because, like part of my exposure therapy is going out and helping at Christie's and doing stuff. And Sam gets up to his antics, and you're trying to work around that and keep people normal and not quitting. And it's like, come on, dude, just stop for a while. Let's get some things done. But that just adds to stuff. Whatever. We'll get through it. Um, Adjustments for the upcoming. What's one realistic change you're considering for this coming week?
Realistic change is to just follow that daily structure. Follow the daily schedule as close as you can. But don't because it takes probably about 30 minutes to do up my daily thing instead of saying, I got this tomorrow. But to save yourself 30 minutes, it was in your structured schedule, Luke. So why aren't you doing it? You know what I mean? And it's just, I have to get more focused and more committed and realize that by doing this healthy body, healthy mind challenge, it wasn't old hat for me because I'd been away to treatment centers and I have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all this stuff. No, it doesn't exempt me from not doing it properly. And I really have to stay focused, committed, and get right behind doing this because it's not just for anybody else but myself. But long term, like I can't wait till I'm running up the hill on 7 at the cliffs in May, and everybody else. I'm carrying 2 bags up there. I'm not even allowed the double bag, but I'll be up there with 2 bags. Let's go. Let's get up there and let's be fit and let's feel good about ourselves. That's what I really have to dial in and focus on. So staying staying committed to those daily plans every single day straight through till we meet again next Sunday is going to be my realistic plan.
Right on. For me, realistic. That's the key, right? I was like, okay, that's it. Cut the pasta, cut the bread, let's go. And I'm like, I might be
Well, I
pushing.
mean, you're still working on sugar, man. So why don't you just keep focusing on
Yeah.
sugar for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, what do you got to go crazy for? Because I am crazy. Realistic. You know what? Okay, so a realistic, I don't know if it'll be about a change. It might be a challenge is, um, I like Olympic lifting. I finally got some Olympic plates in a bar just the other night while we were across the river because they were on sale. And now I've got 300 pounds downstairs. And I'm like, okay, it's CrossFit time. I'm like, no, wait, slow down. You're doing the animal flow stuff. So what I might do, I don't want to ignore the weights. They're more there for Hope and if Becky wants to use them. I might incorporate, like I said, I was going to start to do some extra body weight stuff with the squats and push-ups. I might do weighted squats, deadlifts, and shoulder presses or something to help out. And I actually use chat to set up the animal flow one. I pumped that in, and it was like, yeah, pick 1 or 2 days a week to just incorporate a little bit of weight stuff. So the challenge will be don't quit the program I have to go and, you know what I mean, completely switch to something else, because I think I'll derail what I'm up to. But a realistic change. Wow. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think you just gotta come up with
I
a good
might,
schedule for yourself. That should be, like, what
yeah,
you focus on,
yeah,
like, it's, like, instead of, like, a big change, like, coming up with, like, a small schedule that, like, incorporates, like, the workouts that you're doing, but then you add, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 days of lifting in there.
yeah. Actually, you know what? The scheduling would I've already told myself that 100 times. If I could schedule what I'm doing, because I do 40 at Christie's, and you sleep so many, there's still like 70 plus hours a week, and I'm like, what am I not doing? So if I set the schedule, when to work out, the types of food to have, I don't have to think about that anymore. I can think about other things and put other stuff in there. So that might be my adjustment this week, is to actually have a planned week and stick to it and see what happens. Take over the
There you
world.
go. One schedule at a time.
Look, that's it. That's it. One habit. Um, I don't even know who's going first this time. So looking ahead, this is a good one. And have you come across a book or a video or an idea that's helped reframe some things for you this past week? Who to ask?
That's what we're gonna.
Who?
That's not what
Who?
we're gonna be going on about next week. Are you reminding
Well,
everybody
yeah, we're going to be
different?
talking about the book that we're reading. But has anything stood out to you
Oh, so note to me
this
this
week?
week.
Yeah,
What book are you guys reading right now?
The mountain is you.
yeah,
Okay.
it's actually pretty
Yeah?
good. It's chock full of stuff. Like, I can promote the book because I've read, I don't know, I've got like 800 or 900 books in my library, and I've got more books on my tablet. And I come across this book. You know, when you read the self-development, personal development, leadership, mindset, all those types of books, business books, magic book. I've got a bunch, and they all seem to have some stuff, and then a whole bunch of examples or info. And then this book is like chock full. Every paragraph, every other paragraph is an idea.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's insane. It's like she took all of the greatest quotes by motivational speakers and writers and just went, chung, here. It's one collection now. It's pretty cool. But
It's a
yeah,
lot to digest, though.
that's the, oof, yeah. It's basically, I like to highlight and underline stuff or write notes in it.
Like, you'd just be highlighting
90% of what
everything.
I've read so far, I've underlined everything, and I've written something down, and I put in a side note of what I should be doing. And yeah, it's really good. Um,
Yeah, we're gonna be getting
something.
into it next week. I should be about 30 pages into it by then.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. It's just like, yeah, it's just like, oh, that's a different way of thinking. That's a different way of thinking. That's a way of thinking. That's a way of thinking it. Yeah, it is. It's different. It's an easy read too. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to read, but
You're doing it.
I'm powering through this. Not too shabby.
hooked on phonics.
A thing I tried, I found this week. It's difficult. I mean, you want to try something? Do one of those guided body scans.
Hmm.
Holy moly! I'm telling you one thing. If you got a PTSD brain, there's no getting through that. You got to start focusing on one thing, and next thing you know, you're wondering why your eyes itchy, and it's next thing, oh, I'm scratching my foot, and it's like I've lost it. I'm not even listening to this person anymore. But yeah, you want to try something? They're supposed to be really good for you. Couldn't even. I just kept trying. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm laughing. This is like I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna even get through the first 10 minutes of this.
Maybe you just need
Um,
to start with the smaller
Keep
bodies.
trying.
yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying it every couple of days, see if I can figure this out. 'Cause if
You'll
I can
get it.
figure this out, could you imagine slowing this brain down? I know 2 gears, 0 or 100. I couldn't imagine what 60 felt like.
Something someone said in a podcast. I wish I remember the guy's name, but it was on the Diary of a CEO, and he shared it a couple of times. This guest, and he said, you know, in order to pick something up, you got to put something down. And I flashed back to the ruck marches in the military. They're like, your stuff has to weigh 100 pounds. Here's your gear. Away you go. And it's like, all right, I'm carrying all this stuff, but if I want to carry more, without breaking myself, I've got to take something out. And he just went into life. He's like, if you have all of these things you're doing throughout the day and you want to do this new hobby, well, that hobby takes time. So what are you giving up in order to have that new hobby? And I thought that makes sense, especially in my case. It's like, just keep loading it on, keep loading it on. And then you wonder why your brain's going crazy and you're burning out and you hate everything and your stress level goes through the roof. It's because you got to let go of something in order to take on something else.
And I think the other thing too, if you think about it, like for myself, from May through till the end of October, usually probably a 12-hour to 10-hour window in my day to every single day, is at that golf course, either caddying or waiting to caddy or stumbling around, waiting to go golf or whatever. Well, for 7 months out of the year, or 6.5 or whatever, now I have to replace that 10 to 12 hours every single day. And then, oh, by the way, now give us back that 10 to 12 hours once May starts again. So I really, that just kind of hit me after you made that little speech. So I'm not saying that's a depressant for the rest of this week, but it's something I got to really think about and then really got to approach, because that's just how life goes. It's not going to easy transition. It's bang, 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 bang. So I'm going to have to figure out how to, maybe that's some of my struggles too, is just not realizing that to fill that 10, 12-hour gap. What about you, Dish?
Kind of been listening to Mel Robbins' podcast. I got my mom onto her a while ago, and then I sort of got off listening to them, but I've been listening to them on my walks again. So I haven't listened to like anything that's been like earth shattering this past week, but they're always like, motivating. There's always like little kind of nuggets that you can find in anything you listen to. So yeah, they're like kind of an easy listen, a podcast I enjoy. So I'm open to, like, I know Shawn's, you've mentioned podcasts a couple times, so I love listening to stuff on my walk. So we'll have to maybe talk about that one weekend, is coming up with like a list of some good podcasts in like a variety of different ways. Doesn't always have
Podcast,
personal
movies,
development, but
videos,
yeah.
anything. Yeah.
So
Yep. You know what I like about Mel Robbins? She's a real straight
yeah,
shooter, eh?
100%.
I just calls it as it is. I've seen some of her speeches on stage. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool. Like, yeah. And that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1
yeah.
countdown. There's something. Look, we find ourselves laying on the couch or bed and we're like, should I? Her method is just count backwards like you're launching a spaceship. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. And then there's no thought process because you're counting. It deletes all the voices in your head to tell you no, 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 and then you just go, and it's pretty wild.
So I always tell myself, you know what I mean? I'm going to get up and walk 3 steps. I'll walk 5 more. Well, you've gone this far. You might as well keep going, stupid. Keep going. And it's worked for me since I've been 18 years old, and you know what I mean? Fell on that bed in St. Jean and said, "Mom, where's my mom?" And anybody see my mommy? No, now the real world's got you, bud. So figure it out. And that's what I used to do, is just like, oh, get up, walk 3 steps, walk 5 more, keep going. You've already gone that. Well, fuck, why not?
All right.
They only yell at the guy
So
in bed, not me.
one of the comments Mark's got here is that we're going to try and collect these things that we're sharing, and we might use them as a focus for next week. So if it's something that sticks out to you and it's helping you, jump on it, and maybe next week we'll see how that's helping us out. All right. So as we're wrapping up, just remember this challenge is not about grinding through on your own. If you need a hand, reach out. We're all on the same chat group, and the strength of this group is in consistency, honesty, and shared accountability. So take one insight from tonight into the week ahead, and if things get difficult, stay connected rather than pulling back.
Luke, you should send Shawn and I your list every day, what you're going to do. Then we
I
can
will.
help keep you accountable, so then you're not like by yourself trying to do it.
Where are you? Text me at 2 in the afternoon. Where are you? What does it say I'm supposed to be?